All right. I think I found the manual focus on this thing. I really hope I did. Really hope so. The autofocus thing's been driving me nuts, and they make a change to the software, and it's simple enough software to use, but it's. Anyways, eventually I'll get new software. I've been saying that for since before I met Yvonne. All right. I want to preface this by saying it's the Federal Hockey League. I probably wasn't going to talk about this. I wasn't going to talk about this. I was going to say, you know what? It's the Federal Hockey League. Have at her. So, if you follow the Elmira Enforcers, you might be able to referee a game. I wouldn't recommend it. Now, I want to preface this with a staged fight incident that took place in 2013, 2014. Because it kind of gives you a backdrop for how this league is exactly like Slapshot. Okay? This league is... If you see some crazy bench clearing brawl fight that involves like guys ripping their own limbs off and beating somebody with it, it happened in the Federal League. In the final game of the regular season between Danville and Dayton, two friends and former teammates decided to stage a fight in the third period. With a 4-0 lead and less than 10 minutes to go, Jesse Felton and Matt Punchareri squared off at center ice, and as punches would have been thrown, both players hugged it out instead. I think that's hilarious. I have to be honest, I'm prefacing it with something that I think's pretty funny. Next, Punchareri pulled a can of beer from his pads, opened it, and in each other's embrace, the two skated around center ice, toasting the crowd to mixed reactions. Now, this to me is exactly the end of Slapshot with the striptease, isn't it? Everybody's fighting. No. Like, it sounds like something out of Slapshot. They should be rewarded for this, and you'd think in the Federal Hockey League, where you have all these crazy brawls, it would have been, hey, you guys didn't fight, and it was a 4-0 game. That's fun. No. The league announced that Felton would be suspended for the remainder of the season and the playoffs. And he took a year off from organized hockey before returning to the FHL to play for Dayton in the 2015-2016 season. No immediate discipline for Punchareri was announced since it was Danville's last game of the season. He later stated he believed he would be banned for life, which turned out to be correct since he's not played professional hockey since. That's a bloody shame, isn't it? So that's the Federal Hockey League. Now, the interesting thing is this. What the announcement says is officials pull referees from all FHL games following alleged altercation between enforcers, owner, and refs. And if your team has a logo that looks like that, yeah, I don't know that I'd want to mess with the owner. I don't. Because there's sort of a, I don't know, it looks like he's ready to fight, but there's a Village People vibe to it. I don't think I like both those things together. Referee officials associated with the Federal Hockey League have pulled all game officials from any FHL game following an alleged altercation between two refs and Elmira Enforcers owner Robbie Nichols Sunday afternoon. In an email, referees, Crease owner and referee in chief. It's really weirdly worded, unless referees Crease. Anyway. I guess that's the group that sends your officials out. Said he was unpublished all the games, meaning you guys aren't working those games, citing safety concerns for officiating staff. If anyone's wondering why I'm wearing Nordiques and Bruins, doesn't matter, it's Providence, so it doesn't make sense anyways, because it's the Federal Hockey League. I couldn't find my Providence hat. It's around here somewhere. I had it. I know it's here. Anyways, according to the email, an alleged altercation with Nichols, one referee was pushed and the other had his shirt ripped open. This repeatedly happened. Reportedly. This repeatedly happened. Guy gets like his fourth shirt of the night. Seriously, come on, damn it. This reportedly happened during a home game against the Carolina Thunderbirds. I've been with the FHL since its inaugural season and have battled with the league on multiple occasions on the safety of the officiating staff. Today was the last straw. I cannot in good conscience continue in my role as supervisor of officials. In the weirdest part of it, on Elmira's Facebook page, they put out a post searching for volunteers for off-ice officials for the team's 6 remaining home games. Have you ever wanted to help your pro hockey team? Your enforcers have 6 home games left and are seeking volunteers for off-ice officials. If you would be interested, please email. That's the thing. That's the thing. And instead of a 50-50 draw, there's going to be, you won the drawing. Here's a referee shirt, get on the ice. And referee the game right, because the owner up there, see the guy shaking his fist? You better clear the game, better make this game nice and fair-like. You got that? The Federal Hockey League has been a small southern league that does exactly what you would think that a league that I qualify as having everything to do with Slapshot would be. And I don't know what else to add to this other than I don't blame the officials for saying, we shouldn't be getting pushed around after a game. We shouldn't be attacked after a game by an owner. And for the fact that the guy sending out the email says multiple occasions have clashed with officials, it doesn't surprise me. See, fighting does sell. And that's the dirty secret with hockey. So while the NHL's trying to get away from it for safety reasons and just because the optics look bad, and there are junior leagues that definitely have done what they can to curb it in Canada and in certain parts of the States as well, there are going to be leagues that look and say, we can't compete with them with talent, but boy, we can give them a show. And they pay less than other leagues do. At the start, I believe it said that their salary was capped at $500 a player, something in those areas, something in that area, anyways. And so guys are playing for the love of the game. I don't doubt that the guys who are splitting a beer rather than having a fight were doing that for the love of the game, and probably like, hey, this league feels like Slapshot. Do you know what would be even more like Slapshot? Let's pretend we're gonna have a fight and then we'll have a beer. That's an amazing idea. And you know what? You know what's funny? That is a funny idea. That's an amazing idea. The league should be looking at the owner of Elmira and saying, what were you doing? What do you think you're doing? There it is, 7 hours ago. 8 hours ago, fans, we want to remind you that we will be honoring tickets from last night for Wednesday night versus Fire Department of New York on Saturday versus Watertown home games. Bring your ticket stub to the box office to make the exchange. Then a day ago today, after our game with Carolina, the Enforcers will be joining their fans for a post-game skate. Come out and skate with the Enforcers. I see what they were doing here. They were trying to see who'd fit in the referees' jerseys that the referees had left behind when they left the building. I see what you're doing, guys. I get it. And all kidding aside, you can't have an owner getting involved. Okay, here's an update. Update, police confirm no injuries after altercation between Robbie Nichols and on-ice officials. It's just funny because I know somebody named Rob Nichols. I feel like messaging and going, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing roughing up referees? And he'd be like, what are you talking about? Elmira police confirms, so this is Elmira, New York, to 18 News that they were called to First Arena following the altercation between Enforcers owner Robbie Nichols and on-ice officials. Police took written statements from the parties involved and confirmed there were no injuries. A Snapchat video from inside the Carolina Thunderbirds locker room showed police on the scene. And the Elmira Enforcers will honor tickets from Sunday afternoon's canceled game. So, yeah, they had to cancel a game. The Elmira Enforcers game Sunday afternoon was suspended after one period after a controversial goal led to an on-ice altercation between the Enforcers owner and the on-ice officials. On-ice altercation? Wow. That video should be everywhere, shouldn't it? I'm really behind when I'm doing this video. There's gonna be links to the footage. There has to be, right? With the Enforcers and Carolina Thunderbirds tied at a goal apiece, Carolina head coach player Andre Nish scored a goal. So that's the league we're looking at here. The head coach is also a player. Scored a goal late in the first period. Replay in the arena showed the puck clearly did not cross the line, but the game continued under controversy. That's a problem. But again, it's the Federal League. This isn't the NHL where you have, Toronto calling in. It's not like somebody in Toronto's like, quick, the Federal League needs us. Bat signal. At the end of the first period, the video board replayed the niche goal, and sparks began to fly from the enforcers' bench. As the team left the ice, owner Robbie Nichols stood in the way of the officials and did not allow them to allow them off the surface. Nichols then confronted the referee and was held back as he swung his arms. I picture him swinging them wildly, and sort of thusly. I'm going to start swinging my arms like this, and if you get in the way, it's your own fault. It's the old Bart Simpson, Lisa Simpson thing. And at a hockey game. Wow, this just goes further. The on-ice officials left the building after the confrontation. Don't blame them. And the game was suspended when neither team returned to the ice for the second period. Well, if the refs are going out there, we're not going out there. So that's basically, yeah, if I'm the opposing team, I'm going to be like, I think we're done. I don't think we're going back out. Did you see what the owner did to the ref? I'm not going out there. This is the Federal League, man. This is Slapshot. The Enforcers players did return to the ice for the post-game skate with the Enforcers promotion. Oh, can you imagine? So after the first period, game's over, everybody. All right, everybody go on the ice and skate with the guys. What? So there's no talk on whether or not they're going to make up this game or play it. Elmira was one win away from clinching a playoff berth in their inaugural season after dropping the first two games of the home series to Carolina. Oh boy. But where are the officials for the league in this? I would expect that the owners of the league should be in contact with the owner of Elmira and say, what the hell? Seriously, dude, can't be doing that. So there you go. That's interesting. The FHL, it's different. At times it's been down to 4 teams. I believe currently they have 6 or 8. It's not necessarily fun for the whole family. I'm not, Dad, what's he doing? He's just roughing up the ref's son because he thought that goal shouldn't have counted. Because that's what you do when you don't like a call on the ice or when there's a bad call that goes against you. You rough up officials who in real time thought the goal was a good one. So, because it's the FHL, so it's not the NHL, so they don't have the instant replay and everything. Isn't that great? And kudos to the guy in the booth who kept showing that, so that you'd get the owner and the crowd even angrier. My God, it's Slapshot. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And the one thing that I'm wondering is, they're saying they've pulled officials from all games, but the league still has games. Still has games to play. So this may not be resolved yet. I would expect though that they have to do something to the owner of the Enforcers, right? And why is your team named the Enforcers? That just encourages people to get all ornery and start ripping shirts. I don't understand. Anyways, there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And I may have to track down pictures from Slapshot to use as the thumbnail for this video because this is Slapshot. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.